Hi! So today we're going to make a really cool Easter egg out of string. The egg is going to be filled with all of your favourite sweets. You can make them in a variety of sizes and you can do all manner of creative things with them, like hang them up, use them as an ornament, or even for an Easter egg hunt for the kids. Hide them around the house and garden. The first thing you're going to need is to get some balloons. Any standard shaped balloons will do. Now we're going to use the tubes that you find in regular kitchen cling film and foil wrap, and we are going to use this to get sweets inside the balloon. Just test it first that the balloon holds on to the tube. Now the sweets that you are going to put inside the string egg should be individually wrapped sweets. You will need to use some sort of prodding implement to push the sweets down the tube. I'm using wooden skewers used for barbecues, but you could use anything that would do the same thing. To get the sweets through, you just blow through the tube to get air into the balloon and the sweets should just pop in. As you might have noticed, I've actually cut my tube down to make it easier to get the sweets in. Sometimes the longer tube makes it a bit of a pain to push the sweets down. So once all the sweets are in, it should look something like this. You then need to blow it up into an egg shape and tie it. Here I'm just demonstrating a standard knot. Very simple. This egg here is quite mini, but you can make them any size that you would like. Just make sure the overall shape is egg shaped and not too rounded. Now we are going to use string that is easily available in most stationers and craft stores. And we first need to tie a knot to the top joint of the balloon. Just snip off any excess string. Right, now we need to pour some PVA glue into a wide bowl. Most arts, crafts and DIY stores should stock this. Now mix a little water in with the PVA. I'm now adding a touch of acrylic paint to the PVA to colour the string, but you can also use food colourings, which are just as good. Now start to add the string into the mixture. This actually can be quite messy, so make sure you're in an area that you're prepared to get messy in. If you can, put the string in the bowl in a circular fashion, trying not to tangle the string up, as it will make it easier to get back out when you're putting it on the balloon. Once you've got to the end of the string, just make sure you put enough PVA where the knot is at the top. Now it's time to put the string onto the balloon, making a kind of lattice formation, weaving in and out, making sure you're not left with any big gaps. Again, this can be quite messy, but it will all be worth it. If you run low on PVA, just top it up, and also top up the water. By adding the water, you are creating a more fluid mixture, and so the string will be able to absorb it better. Now it's fully wrapped, it's time to let it dry for 1 to 2 days. I've created a stand out of an old orange squash bottle. Another way that you can put the PVA onto the string is by putting the string on first and then using a brush. You just have to make sure you're using the strongest form of PVA mixed with a higher level of water so the string can absorb it better. Otherwise, the other side of the string won't have had a PVA coating, and so when you pop the balloon it will be soft and won't be strong enough and the egg will collapse. Another way to dry it is to tie it to a piece of string and hang it up, like here. I've attached it to a tap over the sink, or you could hang it to a door handle like here. Just make sure you protect the door and the floor. So after about 1 to 2 days, the egg should be rock solid, depending on the amount of PVA and string that you've used. You can either use a knife or some scissors to pop the balloon. I'm using a knife. The balloon should decompress of air and fall away from the sides. If it does get stuck, just carefully pull the balloon away from the sides of the string. Now cup the balloon and the sweets should just fall out into the egg. If you have any areas where the string hasn't quite stuck properly, it's an easy repair. Just tie it to the closest piece of string or use a dab of strong glue like Yoo-Hoo and all should be good. When you want to get the sweets out of the egg, you can either push a piece of the string to the side to create a big enough hole or cut a piece of string to create that bigger hole. If you do decide to cut a hole, you can easily repair it by tying those two bits of string back together. Here I've attached the egg to a piece of fishing line, hanging from the ceiling with a drawing pin. You could create these in different sizes and they make really cool decorations around the house. They can actually look like cool works of art, quite sophisticated. Or even have them placed around the house like ornaments. I really do hope you've enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care, bye!